Hi, welcome back to Veterans Onward to Prosperity. I'm your host, Master Sergeant Retired, Anna Maria Bliven. Privileged to have in our virtual studio today Brian Gibson, the founder of Project Die Hard. Now, before the last messages, I said if you are one of those veterans and warriors that did not plan for your ETF, that somehow thought by some strange coincidence you were going to have it all worked out for you after you demobilized or you processed out, only to find out differently, then listen up. We have some news for you. Don't we, Brian?
Well, with my life and God saving me, I've always, wanted to give back. And I guess it's the medic in me. Project Die Hard was formed in 2018, and all because of the news I got of one of my brothers, multiple combat tours together, was found hanging in the garage by his wife. Now, this was a man that I looked up to, a senior non-commissioned officer, a mentor, a guide that helped me get where I was at. And again, the adage of, I'm the senior, I can't be weak. I think that's where that rolled in. But that's when I asked God, hey, you know what? I love it. You saved my life. I'm working in the church. I'm doing everything I can. But I'm a soldier and I need a mission. And he gave me the mission. Project Die Hard. Our mission is to provide a safe and secure place for a veteran, whether to come for a day and fish, a weekend just to walk through the woods, a week, a month, or up to a year to get back on their feet. That's our mission, to bring hope to my brothers and sisters. We are based off Romans 15:13. Look it up. It's all in hope.
I love that you're based in Romans. I'm 3 John, and that is above all, brethren, I wish that you may be in good health and prosper as thy soul may prosper. And by no means am I preaching Christianity or any of that stuff. I'm simply sharing with you, as Brian is sharing with you. Neither one of us is preaching, but we're simply sharing a premise by which we believe people will resonate with. People will want to be prosper in good health. He's a medic. It's his job to see that you be in good health.
Oh, I got it. Look, I am not a preacher by any means. I am just a sinner saved by grace. That's all I am. We have our chaplain within our organization, and he's really good at the preaching, right? I'm not a preacher. I'm just a guy that knows the grace and beauty and love of God.
Because you're here today.
Yes, I will never force our brothers and sisters to read a Bible or no, that's not my commission from God. My commission from God is to love thy neighbor and love my brothers and sisters. In fact, 3 months ago, we turned down a very large sum of money because the individual that wanted to give it basically said that we couldn't talk about God and we couldn't give a Bible to a veteran. Well, I'm sorry, but that's what we're going to do.
If they want one, they should be able to have one.
Again.
If they want a Quran, or what is it called, the Torah, or the Quran, or whatever. It really doesn't matter at this point. What matters is that people understand that they can move forward and they don't have to stay stuck.
Yes, and that's what our facilities are for, to get the support and that little step ladder or kick in the butt, as you might say, to get moving again. All
And
in
they
a
want to be
loving
moving.
way. Oh, yes.
Yeah. We all know, let's be real, Brian. We all know that what really makes it so that people can't get out of that tunnel of darkness is not knowing how and not having what they need, such as housing, employment, treatment. And then with you allowing at least two families at the facility, by which we are lovingly going to call a forward operating base, because that's where you gather all of your information sources and resources and make things happen. Because in
Again,
the mission of you make things happen at the FOB.
again, this is the intent. Uh, we've been talking, you and I, in other circles. Should we announce it here and now?
Why not? We are in the process of planning a huge fundraising event that not only salutes you, but also is the fundraiser of all fundraisers to help folks not commit suicide, but rather live a life worth living. And
Again,
we are gathering together 6 of us, of Mission Possible folks, of which Brian is part of, in a coalition. Hey, we might even call it Mission Possible. But right now we have a website called whogivesAbuck.us. And you can go to that website and see all the coalition members and their organizations and what they're doing so that military veterans and warriors can have a life worth living.
and again, there's no one person that can do it all. This is why we believe in teamwork. Project I Heard, it will give at no cost to Onward and Upward a 40 by 40-foot building on every one of our properties, so you can bring your skills of job placement and training to the mission. So that way there, we can concentrate on what we got to do. You can do what you're doing so great. And again, within this coalition, everybody is bringing a piece of
Yes.
this big puzzle together to do it.
There'll be special services for female veterans with Nikki's organization. There'll be equine therapy with JR's organization. Tim Richardson told me that with his organization, he's now going to help with background and credit checks problems. That's
There you
another
go.
stumbling block.
Yes, it
That's
is.
another stumbling block.
Well, especially because we're going to be housing families. Our attorneys are telling us every veteran's going to have a background check,
Yes.
which I understand, but I don't like because you're a veteran. You serve this country.
Right. But we also know that that could be a stumbling block. And Tim's organization is going to help fix that.
Yes, I mean, this is teamwork makes the dream work.
Exactly. And
That's
then,
how it rolls.
and then let's not, right. And then let's not leave out of Justin's organization is a comprehensive kiosk of information sources and resources for everything else.
Again, we're going to have internet. We're going to have those kiosks. We're going to have, it's all going to be there. So a veteran can come to any facility and say, hey, I need a little bit of help, or I just need to talk, or I need a lot of help.
Right.
But that's what we're going to be there for.
Right. And I'm so excited to be working with you and the others to get this done. So the fundraising event is 2/22 to save 22. You'll notice that on the website of Project Die Hard, on the back side of the soldier, there's the number 22. So let me quickly tell the audience with Brian here what that means. That's actually a number several years ago that the press made possibly known to everybody that on an average each day, 22 military veterans and warriors commit suicide. Now, I don't know about you, but that does not stick very well with me, especially in the story that Brian just shared. And a few weeks ago, I too lost a comrade to suicide, and I served with this woman for 13 years. Now, I was the senior NCO that mentored her. How do you think that makes me feel? Like I did not do my job to the point where I should have, and she'd still be with us today. But I can't think like that. I have to reframe this. I have to reframe it that she chose to do that because the pain was too great. But had we had the thought, it's quite possible she might have chosen differently. But who knows? I can't go there. You can't go there.
No, I do not go there. I hear it every day. I hear of veterans losing their battle to the demons. Everybody asks me, what's your timeline to get the fob up and running? And I always go, how about yesterday?
And on that note, let's continue this conversation after these messages.